knees, sweep the arms up. As we exhale, straighten up. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straight. So as we're doing this, start noticing what feels better in your hip joints. So if you need to have your toes turned out, notice how that feels in your knees while you're here. And then find that if one foot is turned out more than the other, equalize it so that both feet are turned out the same. And that's going to help to keep your pelvis steady and your hips are not going to be tilted to one side because that can then cause pressure on your lower back joints and ligaments. 2 more. Now this last one, take your hands to your heart but keep your hips low. Pull your shoulder blades back, draw your lower belly in, stepping your right heel forward and left foot forward. Right foot, stay low with your hips, left foot, and then walk it back. So we're going to the back of the mat, really slow, really controlled, and keep your hips low. Spine is long. Walk it to the front of the mat once again. Go slow. Hips down, shoulders back, and again to the back of the mat. Hold here. Now again, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend, inhale, bend, exhale, straight. Keep going. Now as you're doing this, we're wanting to get into the hips, the knees, the ankles, and the abdominals. So when you're coming up and you're exhaling, pull your belly in and pull your shoulder blades down like you're trying to touch the floor outside of your feet. Last 2. 1, now stay in your chair, hands come to heart, shoulder blades pull back, lift your heels, drop them down, lift and down. Chantal, this might be a little difficult if you're on the grass. Keep going though. Lift and lower. When you lower the heels, see if you can then spread the toes. Heels come down, toes go up. Heels come down, toes go up. 3, 2, 1, stay low, and here we go. Walk it right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, and again, just walk it back, taking small steps, keeping your bum active the whole time. Core is strong, shoulders are back, walk it forward, get a little lower, get your glutes more involved. And again, we walk it back. The next time you come to the back of your mat, hold here, straight legs, straight arms, inhale. Now as we exhale, spread your toes and start to fold forward, walking your hands forward, coming into plank pose. Now once we hold our plank, get your hips low, and if you want, your knees can be down. Gaze at the front of your mat and push the backs of the knees up to the ceiling if you have your knees off the mat. Tuck your tailbone just slightly down and try to pull your collarbones wide to the sides of the room. Take one more breath in. Exhale, lower the knees, lower the elbows. Coming onto the elbows, underneath the shoulders, and they can be a little bit wider for more support. Right toes go to the back of the mat, lift the right leg, bend the right knee, and pulse the heel up. Pulse, pulse. Keep going. We don't want the knee to be lower than the hip. So as you're going up, you're going from the hip height and higher. And the way you do that is you have to engage that glute. Now notice the left glute. Don't let yourself sink to the left. Pull yourself back to center. Make them small pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee comes down. Reestablish your balance in your elbows. Left toes to the back of your mat. Lift the left leg. Squeeze the glute as you bend the left knee and pulse up. Don't let the knee get lower than the hip. You've got your elbows there and you're using the whole forearm to hold you up. So don't just hang there. Push yourself out of your palms, out of your wrists, out of your elbows. Get your abdominal wall stronger. Spread your toes if you can. Even here, you're active the whole leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee comes down. Tuck your toes to the back of your mat, holding plank here for 30 seconds. Gaze at your fingertips. Pull your shoulder blades down. You can do this. Just keep breathing longer into your back. And as you exhale, pull your lower belly up and in. That's going to give you more power, more strength. Find your legs are strong. Lift your kneecaps. Pull your shoulder blades down your back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come down. Hands come under the shoulders. Tuck the toes and press it back to down dog. Walking your hands to the back of your mat. Grab your 5-pound weights. Coming to the center of your mat with the weights, one in each hand. Spread through the toes, get them right underneath your hips. Now as comfortable, so again, if you have one toe that naturally turns out, try to equal it out on both sides because we need to have both left and right equal. And that's gonna be good for your low back. So find something that you feel stable on your left and your right sides equally. Draw your lower belly in, spread the toes, power through your spine. Inhale to prepare and exhale to take the arms out. Inhale down, exhale out. Now as you're here, the core is strong. There's a soft bend in that left knee. Now let's take the arms out and take the right toes out. Now bend that left knee so you're kind of like in a squat. And then come back up to center. So exhale, arms out wide. This time the left goes out. Exhale, come up. Did I say exhale there? That was an inhale. Inhale the right side. Exhale, center. Inhale left. Exhale, center. Inhale right. Exhale center. Keep going. So you choose how much of a squat you do with that standing leg. Try to make the spine long through the back of your neck, through the crown of your head, and your foundation is really strong, but not rigid. So you're not squeezing your toes. Calf is strong and active. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one on the left. And let's come back up to neutral. Take your dumbbells to the front of your mat, one on each side. Come to the back of your mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Walk it to plank. Inhale. Now we're just gonna hold our plank. If you need to, your left knee can come down. Roll to the left outer foot, take the right arm up. Come back down, right outer edge of the foot, left arm up. Keep going side to side. Be mindful of your movement. We want this to be a shoulder strengthener, an abdominal strengthener, and a glute strengthener. So when you're coming up and you make your side pose, make sure that you're engaging the side abdominals, and that's going to help you to lift your hips. So really get that activation. make sure that your foundation here through the palm that's on the floor is active, and you're using the fingertips and the whole palm, because then you can get more strength in the forearm, more strength in the shoulder, more strength in the back. Let's do one more on each side, finishing with the left arm up, and then we hold to table. Taking your right arm forward, taking your left hand to hold the dumbbell. Right leg taps the back, or toes tap the back of your mat. Lift or reach the left arm forward, and exhale, elbow bends. If you want, the right toes lift. We're doing a row, so as you're here, that right arm is really strong, and that you need to use that right shoulder, that right lat, that right abdominal wall. Keep squeezing through the glute, straightening through the leg, even if you have the toes down. Inner rotate the thigh and straighten the leg so that as if you're standing on it, you're powerful through the whole body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand releases the dumbbell. Right leg goes up, elbows come down. Bend the right knee, pulse it up. Find your alignment in that left hip. Don't let yourself rock over to the left. So you need to use your shoulder strength, your scapular strength, your abdominal wall. Notice you don't want to lose the integrity of your abdominal wall. Don't let your belly fall forward. Tailbone is drawn towards the back wall, not the ceiling. Core is strong, front and back equally long. Keep pulsing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Right knee comes down. Hands under shoulders. Spread the fingers of the left hand. Right arm holds the right dumbbell. Left leg goes up and row. Exhale. Inhale forward. Exhale up. And it's really powerful, the whole body. So notice, we don't want the head hanging. We don't want that left leg to be floppy. We don't want the abdominals to be soft. Keep going. You don't have to go fast. When you get the elbow to bend, give it an extra squeeze like you're trying to pull your shoulder blade to your spine. And now check in with that left leg as if you're standing on it. It's powerful. Last 3, 2, and 1. Take the dumbbell down. Elbows come down under shoulders, maybe a little wider for more support. Bend that left knee, pulse. Remember, we want to control the movement. So notice, the knee just stops at the height of the hip. The elbows are helping to hold you up. And don't let your right hip sink to the right. Keep your hip over your knee. Notice what you have to activate. More core, more shoulders. Keep pulsing. Squeeze that left glute strongly. Almost done this set. Pull your shoulder blades back. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left knee comes down. Hands come under shoulders. Tuck your toes and push it back. Actually, no, let's walk it forward. Now take both dumbbells, one in each hand. Bend your knees, lengthen the spine, shoulder blades go back. And we've been here before. just walk it to the front of your mat. We're already there. And walk it to the back of your mat. Shoulder blades draw back. And walking it forward. Continue going back and forth. Get your abdominal wall strong. Lengthen through your shoulder blades so that you're not hunching your shoulders to your ears. The next time we get to the center, stop and straighten up. Holding the dumbbells still, palms right in front of you. Spread your toes and find your balance equally left and right. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to bend the elbows out wide. Inhale down, exhale bend. Inhale down, exhale bend. Now let's hold the elbows out. Soft bend in your left knee. Tap your right toes to the right. Exhale, come up. Inhale, left side. Exhale up. Inhale, right. Exhale up. Keep going. Be mindful of your alignment with your shoulders. We don't want to hunch up to the ears. This is really good for shaping the thighs and the shoulders. But make sure that your core still stays active and strong, because it's of no use if you have strong legs and strong arms, but a weak center. So keep going. And feel that the whole body is helping to do this movement. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your dumbbells to the front edge of your mat. Grab your mini band, and let's come to put the mini band on the knees. And then come back up to stand at the back of the mat. But this time, we're standing facing the long edge. The band is just at the knees, maybe just like an inch above the knee joint. Bend your knees. And as we exhale, we straighten up. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straight. So when we straighten up, make sure that you're finding the band and pushing against it, but not excessively, but enough that you can get that activation. Last 2. Now hold this 1. Hold, hold. Get your abdominal wall strong. Pull your shoulder blades back. Draw your pelvic floor up. Now taking your right foot, or whichever foot, go to the other end of the mat, and the left foot in, right foot out, left foot in. Go slow, and then go to the other end. Always finding the proper alignment. So you're stepping the knee right over the ankle. Even if you have to go super slow. That's the point. There's no point in doing the movement if the alignment is incorrect. Now the next time we come to the center of the mat, we hold here, low, tailbone down, abdominal wall strong. Just holding for another 7, 6, get a little lower, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up, good job, grab your dumbbells. Holding here at the center of the mat, palms facing in. As we exhale, elbows bend. Inhale straight, exhale bend. So we're doing a bicep curl. The elbows stay pointing to the floor, and the collarbones continue to stay out wide. Do not let your chest cave forward or your chin tuck. Keep going. Remember, you want to practice getting used to a strong exhale, activating your lower abdominals. Now this next one, hold. Arms bent, knees bend. Now as we inhale, spread the toes of the left foot, step your right knee out. Exhale in. So this time we've got the knees bent, left foot out, and in. Right foot, in, left foot, in. Right foot, in, and keep going. We're gonna add the arms. Pull your shoulder blades back. You can keep the knees bent more or less. Do what feels right. Gotta get those glutes a little, on fire. We're almost done. Now hold here. Hands are gonna hold your dumbbells right by your side. I'm just turning so you can see me. Pulse, 10, 9, 8, 7. Shoulder blades back, 5. Pull your lower belly in, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Onto your knees, take your band so that you're on top of the band. Your knees are right on it. Elbows down, left knee stays down, right heel goes up, pulse here. Notice that left glute needs to stay active so you don't fall over. Pull your shoulder blades back and down, and don't let the right knee get lower than the hip. The band is going to try to pull you down. Don't let it happen. Keep that right glute active the whole time. Keep that left glute active the whole time. If you need to, widen your elbows so that you stay steady, hips in line with shoulders. Crown to the wall you're facing. Heel to the ceiling or the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee comes down, left knee goes up, heel to ceiling, pulse, pulse. Keep it going. Right glute needs to be strong. Left glute needs to be active. Keep it going. Core engaged, shoulders strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee comes down. Hands come under the shoulders. I'm just gonna move the band just so it's a little bit higher on the knees. Left hand is holding the dumbbell. Let me just explain. The band is just one, so that we had it where we were kneeling on it. Now we're just gonna take it up a little bit from there. So now, come back to your table pose. Right arm to the right under the shoulder, and then a little bit more forward for more balance. Taking the right leg back and then out to the right. Now from here, lift the right leg and that's going to be too much. Take the right leg and the left arm up. I know it's a lot. Come back down. We'll just do 10. 9. 8, 7, my band is rolling up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Those are brutal. Okay, we have to do the other side though, and then we won't do any more. So left hand under the shoulder and then maybe just a little bit out for balance. Right hand holds the dumbbell and then take the left leg out to the left. My band started rolling up, just keep moving. If it rolls up, no big deal. So let's go. Left leg, right arm. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those were serious. So now take the band and put it around the left foot, just at the bottom of the foot. Left palm facing down. Lengthen through your spine and pull your left elbow up in the height of the shoulder, at the height of the shoulder, and then straighten the arm. Exhale back, inhale straight. Remember, we don't want to hunch the shoulder. Yeah. Because if you keep hunching the shoulder when you do your exercise, you're going to strengthen that muscle that hunches your shoulder. And that's going to just cause more tension in your neck and improper length of the spine. So be aware of what position you are holding while you are strengthening. And really visualize that you're pulling that left shoulder blade down. Last one. Release. Right foot, right hand. Shoulder blade pulls down. Lengthen your spine. And exhale, right elbow up and back. We're trying to shape the right rear delt, not the side of the neck. So really think your right side back muscles, pull them down. Imagine you have a magnet at the crown of your head reaching up to the ceiling so you're really tall. We're strengthening those muscles that help keep your spine tall. Last 3, 2, 1. Taking the band aside, grab the 5-pound weight or the lighter weight and come onto your back. Hold the dumbbell with both hands up to the ceiling, taking your knees so that they're bent at 90 degrees. Now take the heels up to the ceiling, lower the left leg to a hover. Curl up and take the dumbbell with the left hand behind the right leg and then come back down and switch the leg. And then come up, hand behind, and then switch again. And we're gonna keep the head up the whole time. So notice we're just switching the dumbbell behind the opposite leg. If you feel better, you can have the head down. But as you're here with your head up, we don't want to use the muscles of the throat. We want to use the muscles of the abdominals. So if you're feeling this in your neck, try to lengthen out of your crown and strengthen more into your front belly. Now as we do this and go slow, we're really controlling what muscles are activated. We're not using momentum, we're being mindful, and that's how we sculpt the body. So don't worry about how many you're doing. Just think about the quality and the shaping that you're creating. Keep going. The lower belly keeps drawing in to give you more power. There's a lot of layers there, so really be activating all of them. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Last 3, 2, 1. Stay, releasing the head down, feet come down, holding the dumbbell right up towards the ceiling. 1 hand on each end of the dumbbell. Now taking the arms back without lengthening or without arching your back. Now come up back to center to the ceiling. Go back with the arms and then back up to the ceiling. Back, overhead, and up towards the ceiling. Now as you're here, I really want you to get solid in your foundation of your back and really pull that in. Now taking your left knee up so that you create that tabletop shape, and the left knee up next to the right. The knees are just over the hips, not too close to the chest. Shins are parallel to the ground, so you're not letting the heels fall. Keep going. Low back is pressing down. And when you bring the arms up, squeeze your abdominals. This is really good for shaping the upper abdominals, the six-pack muscles. Keep going. We're trying to tire them out. But make sure that you're firm through the whole core. Push your low back down, push your low belly in. Keep going. Last 2, 1, feet down. Now taking the dumbbells, 1 in each hand. Taking the dumbbells alongside and lift your chest, your shoulder blades, so you're gazing just to the knees. Take your arms up so that they're hovering the floor or the ground. And now we exhale. Right hand to the left, right ankle, left hand to the left ankle, and go side to side. Really important here to point your tailbone to the ceiling. It's not going to be a big movement. I'm not going to be able to see it, but you're going to be able to feel it. And that's also going to help you to squeeze the deepest layers of the core. And when you go side to side, make sure that you get all of your air out, so you get that deepest contraction. And if you go too fast, you're not going to be able to access those deeper layers. So let's go a little slower. This is really good for strengthening the shoulders as well. Continue to let them hover. Don't let your wrists be floppy. Your knuckles are reaching away from you. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Taking the head down, taking the band, and coming up to seated, and onto the knees. Holding the band with the wrists in front. So we're going to give your shoulders a break if you need to. And we're going to do this for 10 seconds. We're just going to go so wide hands and then up and down as fast as you can. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Give yourself a break. We're going to do another round of 15 seconds. Arms up, and let's go. Up and down, strong. Widen your hands as much as you can, but don't hunch your shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, release, or not release, we're still holding the band. Give yourself a break. The next one is going to be 20 seconds. Arms up, arms wide, and go. Crown is tall, shoulder blades are back. Keep reaching strong under the fingertips. Halfway there. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Those are serious. All right, let's come back onto plank. On the elbows. You can do this on your knees. So this is good for strengthening those muscles that we kind of just activated here. So walk your elbows forward or your knees back so that you're long in your spine. These are called Serratus Push-Ups. We've done them before. Drop your chest and then press up. Drop, press. Try not to let your head hang. The movement does not happen in your spine. The movement happens at your shoulder blades. And push from your elbows, from your forearms. Your abdominal wall stays strong the whole time. The spine in its neutral position, not arched, not flexed. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. Coming back up to the knees. Stay here, grab your dumbbells. Taking your palms to face outward. The wrists are going to stay close to you. Shoulder blades down your back. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to take the arms up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Keep going. This is a shoulder strengthener, but also a back strengthener. So when you get your arms up, try to squeeze your shoulder blades down. Get your shoulders, your lats active. Last 3, 2, 1. Stay here. Now elbows stay into the ribs, bend the elbows. So the palms end up facing the ceiling, sides of the room to the ceiling. Tailbone is slightly drawn down so you're not arching your back. Tiring out those biceps. Keep the chest open. 2. Last 1. Now elbows stay up. Straighten your arms. Pull the elbows in. Straighten the arms. Pull the elbows in. Keep going. Make sure you're using your breath. If the breath is short, you're not going to be able to get oxygen into the muscles. They're going to tire too quickly. So make sure that you're giving the body what it needs to keep going. The exhalations get rid of the used air so that your body doesn't become acidic. So the deeper the exhale, the more oxygen you can take in. Last 3, 2, 1. Take that down. That was pretty intense. Come to the knees and elbows. Taking your elbows right underneath your shoulders or a little wider. Right toes tap the back of your mat. Right heel goes up. Right heel to the toes to the outside of the left edge of your mat. Up, outside the right edge of your mat. Up, left, up, right. Keep going. So remember what we learned about the pelvis needing to be steady. So you have to engage your core, use your elbows, use that left glute. Do not let your head hang. Remember, we're always trying to work at keeping the spine strong. When you get the leg up to center, try to get it high, but not arch the back. So when you get your leg up, you need to also engage your abdominal wall. Last 2, 1, and done. Right knee down, left toes back, lift the leg. So get powerful into that left leg. Take the right toes out to the right, bring it up, toes out to the left. Up, right, up, left. Keep going. Notice we don't want to shift the body to the right here. You need to use your shoulders and core to hold you up. That right glute is active. We're strengthening the whole left glute. Make sure that you squeeze the glute when you get it up at the top. Get that strength all the way through the leg, like you're standing on it. It's powerful, it's strong. The thigh engaged, the hamstring engaged. 3, 2, 1, and release. Left knee comes down, coming back onto the back. This time grab the heavier dumbbell, holding it just across the chest, and coming onto the back. The knees bent and the feet planted. Holding the dumbbell just at the top of the chest so it gives us a little extra resistance. Take the shoulder blades up. It's not a big movement. Lower the shoulders, exhale up, inhale down. So as you're here, really think about pushing your dumbbell with your chest, with your shoulders. So you're lifting from there. When you get them up off of your mat, get the whole exhale out of your lower belly. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Head stays down. Take the dumbbell, now place it to your pelvis. Step your feet as wide as your mat. Palms are holding the dumbbell lightly. Lift your hips up and get your tailbone to point to your knees. Lower your hips, lift your hips. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Now, check in with the alignment of your knees and toes. Get your knees to go where your toes are going. When you get your hips high, lengthen your tailbone. So try to keep like a hollowing of your low back, rounding towards your mat, so that you're really getting those abdominals to work. You're not just pushing and arching the back, but really get the movement to come from your glutes and your hip joints rather than your spinal joints. We really want to get those glutes targeted. So if you're feeling it in your back, take it lower, don't go up as high, and move from your glutes, not your belly button. And once you get those glutes to fatigued, really feel them, really squeeze, and then go past that. And let that discomfort happen, knowing it's temporary. But that's what we're trying to get. We want to get that discomfort, and that's going to cause the muscle growth. So keep going. You don't need to go fast. You just need to be aware. You just need to be in that muscle working. Feel it get stronger with every lift. Last 5, 4, try to land with your low back, not your bum. 3, keep squeezing your glutes up and down. 2, last 1. Good job, lower your hips, taking the band at the ankles. Heels stay up to the ceiling. Widen your heels, take them back in. When you take them back in, you still want to have some resistance on the band. If you have tight hamstrings and you have to bend the knees, try to keep pushing out of your heels, because this is also going to help strengthen your hamstrings if you're able to straighten the knees a bit more. If you're feeling this in your knee joint, then put the band underneath your knees so that you're at your thighs, not your ankles. If the knees feel unstable, the band is going to put too much pressure on the knee joint. So be aware where you place the band. Make it most ergonomic for you. Make sure that you're using your glutes to take the legs out wide. And even here, you're stable in your spine. Your core is strong, your shoulder blades are grounded, and you're moving from a strong body, not just the legs, the whole body engaged, not rigid, but aware. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the band off. Place the feet down, grabbing your dumbbell. I'm going to grab the lighter weight. Arms up to the ceiling, knees up to the ceiling. The shins are parallel to the floor. Straighten your right leg, hover. Straighten your left leg, hover. So as we're here, the knees come right above the hips. Try not to get them too close to the chest, because we want to control what muscles are being used, and we don't want to initiate other muscles. We just want the abdominal wall to fire. So really think about that here. Core is strong, pelvic floor drawn up, and moving with complete awareness of what you're using to get those legs to move. Keep pushing your low back into the floor. 3, 2, 1. Finishing with the left leg. Taking your right foot down. The left leg is going to stay hovering. Hover it down, take it out to the left, up to the ceiling, hover it to the left, down to the floor. So coming up and coming down. So we're holding the dumbbell up to the ceiling, and we're taking that left leg like a semicircle, out to the ceiling, out, down to the floor, out to the ceiling, and out to the floor. Upper back is solid and grounded, so you're really moving only that left hip joint. Nothing else is moving. 2, and 1. Take your left foot down, right leg up. Taking your right leg out to the right, hover and over the mat, and then out to the right, up to the ceiling. And we're making that semicircle with that right leg. Upper body is stable. Notice when the hips want to tilt. Maybe don't go as fast, maybe don't go as low. But I want you to move from a stabilized pelvis. 2, 1. Knees bend, feet plant, dumbbell onto the hips. Let's take the heavier dumbbell if you have it close by. Just because we've already done the heavier dumbbell, I know we can do this. Lift your hips, knees are bent and in line with toes. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Remember, you're trying to get your low back to touch down before your bum. If you feel this in your knees, adjust where your knees are. Adjust where your toes are pointing. If you're feeling this in your back, pull your front ribs and front hips together so that you get the low back to lengthen and the abdominal wall to squeeze. We want to get right into the glutes with this one. 4, 3, 2, now we're holding it up, hold it up, pulse it up, pulse it up, pulse it up, 1 inch, control it. Remember, it's just the tailbone really moving, just the tailbone. So notice here, we just want to get the glutes to fire. There's going to be some low back working as well, but get it into the glutes more. 5 more, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take the heavier dumbbell up to the ceiling. Hands hold the dumbbell, 1 on each end. Taking your legs up to the ceiling. And now we hover both legs out and up. Out and up. You choose how low you go. You choose how fast you go. Make sure that the abdominals are engaged the whole time. Upper back is steady and grounded. The dumbbell is helping to hold you there. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. Bend your knees, taking the dumbbell again at the pelvis. Last set, feet as wide as your mat, knees as wide as your feet. Let's go up and down. Remember, long low back, strong glutes. Almost done. 10, 9, 8. Get that squeeze at the top. Make sure that you're getting the most out of your movement. Last 3, 2, 1, and done. Release the dumbbell down. Bring your knees to your chest, hands to the knees, and rocking side to side. Coming back to center, taking your left foot down, right ankle to your left thigh. Spread the toes, circle that right ankle. Draw your left knee in towards your chest. Left hand holds the shin. If you had to lift your head to do that, just bring your head back down. You can have your right hand on your right knee or also on the right left shin. Tendency here is for that right hip to hike up to the shoulder. Try not to let that happen. So get your hips square to the front of your mat. And as you're here, breathe into your rib cage. And let's release the right heel to the ceiling, left foot to the mat, hands interlaced behind the right leg, press out of the right heel, and again, circling the ankle here. This is not only good for your muscles, this is also good for your nerves. And let's go the other way. Spread your toes, squeeze and spread. Hold to neutral, release the right foot. Taking the left heel up, bending the left knee, taking the ankle to the right thigh, And then circle the ankle here. Spread the toes and circle. Go both ways. And then holding neutral, right knee into the chest. And then you choose how deeply you go. Try not to let the left hip pull up. Releasing, right foot down, left heel up, hands behind the hamstring, and again, circle the ankle. And go the other way. Hold to neutral, take your right knee into your chest, take both hands behind both knees, roll forward, lengthen your legs, and we're folding over the straight legs. Take your time as you go. Breathe into your back and widen your rib cage. Inhale to come up. Right foot outside the left thigh. And left hand or elbow outside the right knee as we twist to the right. Pull both shoulders down. Try to get your breath to activate up into the upper lungs. Come back to neutral, right leg long, left foot outside the right thigh. Lengthen, and then elbow or hand to the right, left knee, and then twist. Coming back to neutral, cross the ankles comfortably. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder, taking your chin to your chest, left ear to the left shoulder, chin to the ceiling. We're making circles with the chin. And let's go the opposite direction. And holding to neutral when you get there. Good job, guys.